So in this experiment, we have to plan an investigation whether the distance traveled by the toy truck on a horizontal floor before being stopped depends on the mass. How would you carry out the investigation? So how we'll do this experiment? So we'll place a truck on the ramp and we add a known mass. Like example, say add, because in the lab, whenever you're adding a mass, it should be in grams. SI unit is kilogram, but in the lab, it should be in grams. So example, we add 2 grams of the mass. And then we release the truck. Where the moment we release the truck will move and it will stop at certain distance. The position where the truck will stop, that position will mark with the tape. Sticky tape we can use and mark. And by using a meter rule or a meter scale, we will measure this distance. Then we add a known load, like first we did with 2 grams, then we add 4 grams, then we'll add 6 grams, then we add 8 grams, then we add 10 grams. So we change the mass and we'll work out how much distance the truck will travel before it is completely stopped. What are the sources of error or the precautions here? Not the key variable. So what precaution we should avoid pushing the truck, because we are just finding, and we should use the same type of a ramp, like same material for the ramp. State any apparatus that you would use not included in the list. So what else we can use here? What is not mentioned in the list? As you can see, the beginning of the question. Yeah, we should look perpendicular, avoid parallax error. So the main thing which is missing here is a meter rule, or a meter scale is missing in this. Then they state the key variables that you would control. What are the variables we'll control? The height of the ramp, the height from which it is. It's a similar question about what we did yesterday, finding the range. Same distance, release from the same distance, same height. Same type of a truck or same material for the ramp we should use. But mass we have to change because that is what we are investigating. We're changing the mass and it will travel different distances. Draw a table with a draw a table or tables with the column heading how you display your result. So how we display our result, because we are changing the mass and the mass unit is gram and the distance before it is being stopped, that is in centimeter. SI unit is meter, but because in the lab the distance are less than meter, so it's preferred use centimeter or millimeter. The model answers like method include placing a truck on the ramp and release, then measure the distance from the bottom of the ramp, repeat with different masses. Don't mention only repeat, mention repeat with 5 different sets of masses. Additional apparatus, we need a measuring tape or a meter rule. The control variable, the height, the angle of the ramp, the number of the support brakes, the same as height, release position or height above the bench, and table with a clear column heading the distance and the mass with appropriate units will be there in the as a column heading. Yeah, it will be good that if you mention both table and then mention the graph as well. Usually they ask how you display your result. So when they asked how you display your result, that time you'll plot a graph, mention about the graph. But if you mention about the graph, that's also fine.